So, guys, I am super excited for this episode of Generally Speaking. We have personal friends of mine, ECW, Eric and Katie Westmoreland. I don't remember the first time I met these guys, but we had to have been 3-4 years back, probably at a Show Me show in NARBC. But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring them out and let's get this show on and popping.
This has to be the best in its class, and I challenge anyone to prove otherwise. Simply amazing.
Generally speaking, with the General.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring them on out now. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
How is everybody?
Good, man. Just living the dream. First of all, thank you so much for giving me some of your time and you guys coming on, man. Really means a lot to me, and even your guys' friendship. I know Katie, she acts like I'm not her friend or whatever, but I be loving you too. So had to get that picture, had to share that stuff around. So for everybody that's not aware of who you guys are, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Go ahead.
I'm Katie Westmoreland, and I'm part of the ECW duo. Thank you for including me. Generally, I don't get included with these things, even though I've had a lot to do with more species than this guy over the last 30 years. So,
oh, that's a call out. I love it. You know, and I think that happens in quite a few of the duo pairings. You know, Jenny, she doesn't get to come out to a lot of the shows, and you know, people basically, they're like, well, Steve's doing it all, and they would be wrong. I am out doing the fun stuff, and she is doing the stuff that keeps us going. So I have to pay that forward. So I guess we'll kick this off. Well, Eric, why don't you tell everybody who you are now?
Now, I'm Eric Westmoreland, and I'm the official top snake crap picker-upper.
I heard that. So we'll go ahead and just kind of start kicking stuff off. So, and these questions are kind of slated for both of you. So whoever wants to answer, I guess, first of all, I don't even have this question on here, but it made me think of it because of what Katie said. Did you guys start this together? The company?
Basically, yeah. Yep. Basically, yes. Katie actually had the first snake in the relationship. I had a few lizards.
And so when did you guys actually get together?
1991.
And then how long? So what originally got you into the snake breeding stuff together? How did that happen?
Well, I got a ball python for my birthday back in 1992, and I had purchased some lizards for Eric as gifts, and I knew that we both enjoyed snakes. I used to go out and find and catch snakes. All of the kids I grew up with, we'd go out looking and herping and looking for snakes, and my neighbor friends had a pet boa constrictor at the time, I believe. So that's how I got started into it. And then Eric's thought was, if we're going to keep and have them as pets, then maybe we should breed them. And so that's kind of snowballed from there back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And so what did you guys start breeding in the beginning?
Actually, the first things we bred were Cal Kings and boa constrictors, believe it or not. Those are the first two species that we bred.
Yeah. And so when you guys first started out, I mean, so kind of goes into the next question of how has the reptile breeding hobby industry changed over the past 20 years? That's actually going a little bit further back. So what was the origin for you guys with ECW? Was that like 96?
So we we weren't ECW reptiles back then necessarily. We would go and do Lee Watson's show up in Chicago, and we sold our king snakes and our baby boas, and we also bred leopard geckos at the time. There weren't many morphs of anything available. We did have quite a few ball pythons back then, but everything was normal. It was all pretty much wild caught, and we just, we didn't end up successfully breeding any ball pythons back then, but we did breed Colombian red-tailed boas. And then we kind of got out of it. We always had snakes around the house, but we decided to breed kids for a little bit instead.
and then how many kids do you guys have?
3 boys.
3 boys.
So, and then about 12 years ago, Eric wanted to get back into it as a business and do it full time. And that's what started the full-blown ECW Reptiles. And at that time, I told him, you can do it. And it might have been a little longer than 12 years because we started getting stuff as adults. But I said, you're not allowed to do ball pythons. So it was colubrids.
Yeah. Well, I definitely love the stuff that you guys produce. If I see you at a show, I always come over. I look at your table multiple times. And I have indeed left with quite a few animals. So for both of you guys, what's some big differences and changes that you see in today versus yesteryear?
Want me to answer that one? Oh, I don't know. I mean, everything is way easier now. We didn't have the internet was just starting back then. If we wanted to ask questions and stuff, we had to wait for a show, and there was only like 5 or 6 shows going on at the time back then as well. Lee Watson being one of them. Then you had another one out Pennsylvania, the Ham Show, or the Hamburg Show, White Plains, stuff like that. So the only time you ever got to get any questions answered was at those or at the herp symposiums and stuff like that. Or you call people up on the phone, getting their numbers out of the back of like Reptile magazines and Vivarium magazine. Now you can just get online, find a care sheet for just about everything.
Right. So yeah, just overall
technology and stuff.
So how do you like the social media aspect of things, Eric?
That's a double-edged sword.
It really is. It really is.
I like it. I mean, yeah, I like it. And then it's a necessity, I think, in today's age.
Now, with you guys having your boys there, do they participate? Do they help you guys out as well, or?
Well, we also have dogs and cats, so having them here helps to babysit when we're gone, or if we're at a show and there's eggs that need to be pulled, there is one of them that will help us out with that. But pretty much it's Eric's full-time job, and then I work outside the home and then do the customer service at the shows. And until recently, for 30 odd years, I worked at a pet store, so as the fish and reptile and garden manager. So I've dealt with a lot of species.
you come by and you see this booth, don't hesitate to holler at Katie. You might learn something along the way. So you guys have bred and kept quite a few different species. Did you have a certain species you've had the most success with, and one that's been like super challenging for you guys?
Well, it's absolutely with the corn. I mean, I do a lot of corns. Corn snakes are probably 50% of our collection. That's kind of like our bread and butter. So that's the stuff I focus a lot on. And then my nemesis are coxeye bamboo snakes. I have yet to have a successful clutch out of those. I don't know why. Just bad fertility with the pairs that I've had.
Yeah. Well, and I've seen you with bamboos on the table, just a different.
I've got the polk. Yeah, I've had a lot of success with the polkers and then laticinctus.
Because I was actually just looking at those at the last show. So, with as long as you've been doing it, is there any species or morph that you guys are still shooting for today, or?
Well, with the corns, I mean, that's kind of like the ball python game. It's always consistently evolving and changing and stuff. With the corns and stuff, I'm starting to really get into Castani morph and really working a lot of that, trying to see what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I love that. I just like to ask that stuff because it's inspirational for someone like me to have people like you that I'm able to speak with, and how long you guys have actually been in this game. I can't imagine all of the ups and downs and things like that you've seen with overall ebb and flow of money in the community. You know, there's been a lot of that up and down, even in just the last decade. So it's just proof in the pudding that if you really want it and you work hard enough, you can indeed do it. So this next one might be kind of a pain in the butt, but Eric, you're doing full-time stuff. So what does the beginning of a breeding season look for you when you're trying to prepare for all of the hatchlings and stuff that are coming down the line?
As far as like numbers and stuff?
Well, I mean, just like whenever it starts, is there a certain time of the year that you're like, okay, well, we've got to prep 40 of these, or like...
It starts now. He's starting his paperwork on which pairs he's going to pair up for next year.
Right.
And then he's going to get that, and then he'll rewrite it 52 times before they're done with formation in February. And then he'll put them together and we'll see what happens, which is we're basically farmers. So the weather, temperatures, weather, humidity, everything determine how successful we'll be. So he starts planning the year before for everything, right. You know.
It's constantly. It's
a constant running circle.
So how many well, I don't know what all you guys might actually be breeding. So I'm just going to say eggs hatched or whatever. So how many clutches do you guys think you roughly have a season at this point?
Normally 80 or 90.
Whoa.
That's I'll put it out there right now. This is the absolute worst breeding season I've had is this year. I'm down like darn near 30 clutches just for various reasons.
Yeah. So, with as long as you've been doing this, do you have more for genetic trait that you're proud of producing or working with, or something that just kind of made it feel like, yeah, you know what, that is a notch?
Yeah. I mean, I work with a lot of sun-kissed with the corns and stuff like that. I work with the sun-kissed gene, like I said, the Castani gene. I'm starting to produce some stunner animals in that direction. but I'm kind of known for my blue sun-kissed I'm working with, where it's zero pattern. They kind of a slate gray, slate blue gray.
And I'm guessing
Kinda lean towards
those are on your piece of paper written down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So are there, and I don't, I do Asian colubrids, but I haven't ventured into all of the various. So, are there any morphs that you guys work with, or well, I guess that you don't work with due to health concerns or ethical concerns or anything like that when it comes to breeding any of the corns or kings? Like with ball pythons, you have some genetics that can carry over and have an adverse effect on the animals. So
right. With the corns, there really isn't much of anything.
You have to watch out with lavenders. Lavenders can have a lot of kinked babies, so we've tried to work that out of the breeding.
Someone else wants to chime in on the podcast. Yeah, like she said, the lavenders that we have, for whatever reason, they throw a high number of kinked animals.
So yeah, and over the last few years, I see a lot of people morph chasing, and I understand the theory behind it, but where do you see like the future of morph breeding going? Do you think it's going to be more diversity or kind of trying to get back to locality?
A little of both. I mean, I think we're getting to the point. I mean, I speak for myself. I mean, I'm trying to pin down a certain look and then go with that. I mean, I still venture off and have several different morphs within the collection and stuff like that, but I'm starting to hone in on particular animals.
Sure. So for any of the people that are just now getting into this, or maybe they've been doing it for a year, basically they haven't been doing it as long as you have. What's some common mistakes that you see some of these new breeders make when it comes to their care or setup?
They put something too small and too big of an enclosure.
Okay, so that still carries over with your corns, milks, kings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very stressful for the little ones to be in something large. And a lot of colubrids, most people really need to watch, videos of people going out finding snakes in the wild, because colubrids are a lot in the United States as native species, and they do cohab out there, which is a no-no in the industry. But keeping stuff together, I've heard somebody recently say that it's helped their house snakes from egg binding. So
well, I go out herping in the field, and you don't always find something under every rock, but you keep going because you flip one rock and there might be 3 or 4
absolutely
directly underneath it. Especially when it comes to some of your water snakes, like your northern water snakes or your diamondback water snakes or whatever. Them buggers will be stacked 8 or 9 deep, all their heads coming right out of a rock face. So yeah, I guess what's been the hardest part of turning this into a sustainable business for you guys, Eric? I know Katie had mentioned like 12 years ago you decided to step on the gas pedal.
Right. We got to take it back a little bit before that. When we started having kids, I had a management job at Hy-Vee, and I lost that. And
I'm sorry, but I'm glad.
But when you lose a job, you kind of freak out. We didn't have any, we only had one income coming in, no insurance, stuff like that. So I ended up selling off basically our entire collection. I think we held on to like 3 snakes. And then, like I said, that's probably the biggest regret that I've had actually in my life. Then for 12 years, I was an at-home dad. And it was like, holy crap, I could have been, breeding all them snakes all
The
way
whole
through
time.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's one of them deals. You got to live through it to know what the hell's going on, I guess.
Yeah, if I had only started 5 years sooner, animals would be this. It's just the always side of stuff. So for both of you guys on this one, Katie, what's the most rewarding part of snake breeding for you?
I think the most rewarding part is when we go to shows and we get to see passionate customers and our friends like you. And it's, it might be 2 weekends a month is what we're trying to do as far as shows. We could do them every weekend, but
it seems like you guys do.
It's the community. The most rewarding part is the community. There are negative things everywhere with every industry, but when you go to a reptile show and you hand a snake to a 3-year-old, or you see a kid light up just, holding a snake, that's some of the most rewarding stuff. We used to do back in the 90s. We had a 13-foot Burmese python. We did educational talks for the police departments and the schools. Up until a year ago, I would do it for the local high school. Eric actually helps our friends. Yep, there's the 90s bangs.
I got hair.
Eric has hair and I have bangs.
It's a good old
So, that's, teaching people in the community and just interacting with the reptile community is amazing. That's been the awesomest part, I think, and the most rewarding.
Well, I can tell you, like I said, it seems like you guys are at every show. Most of the shows that I end up going to, and it doesn't even matter if it's a far show or not. You guys end up showing up. And I can say this, when I see your guys' banner and I see your faces, I know it's a safe place, and everybody in the community should know that too. And if you don't know, you should come find out over here. So just all good stuff, all good stuff. So, how about you, Eric? I mean, she kind of dunked.
She nailed it with the, yeah. She already said the little kids, when a little kid gets their first snake, and it just reminds me of me when I was a little kid. We did a show a while back in Chicago, and there was this kid. He was just fixated. And I was about ready to just cry. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But that, and then, like I said, she already said that. But I do love going in there when them eggs are hatching and seeing them little heads sticking out of those eggs. That's still, all these years, is still one of the best things too.
Yeah. So, if you could go back and give yourself advice from when you first started out, what would you tell Eric?
Don't sell off your collection. And the funny thing about it, the funny thing about it, I was able to help a friend of mine who was kind of going through the same situation. For whatever reason, he was wanting to sell everything off. I was like, no, dude, don't sell everything off. Trim it down and hang on to some stuff. And it worked out for him.
I love it. So, final little wrap-up question here. Do you think the hobby's in a good place right now, or are there changes you'd like to see? That's a loaded one, man. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. It's I think the hobby's going in the right direction.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some funky laws and stuff that's going on that kind of makes you wonder.
So yeah, making sure that we stay active with that and speaking to the council and things like that is definitely going to be imperative. I don't want to see any more of those regulations getting spread around, but that means us keepers got to do it right too. We got to take some ownership, because unfortunately the world lumps all of us together.
Right.
So it's important to do, make sure we're putting the right image out. So,
Right. We're all a bunch of weirdos.
Right? And that's true, man. It's true. I got to drop a little sponsor video real quick, Eric. Give me just a second. We're going to talk about this next. Dude, I cannot wait for Colubrid Fest.
Colubrid Fest!
I love it. I love it. And, Show Me's gone out of their way again and brought out these, the best of 2025 Colubrid Awards. Dude, I'm super stoked for that. Anybody... You can find it on any of the Show Me stuff on all of my platforms. Get in there and vote, guys. Eric and Katie, they're both in the ring here. So Eric's in there twice. So let's show him something else here real quick, Eric.
Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you for all those who nominated me for at least 2 of the Best of Awards for the Colubrid Fest. Thank you very much. I don't know if I deserve those awards at all, and I'm not asking for your vote. There's several other people on that list, or all those lists, that deserve way more than I do. It would be an honor to win it, but I really don't care. Just looking more forward to Colubrid Fest than anything else. Have a good one, and thanks again, guys.
Dude, that speech got my vote, dude. Just so humble, Eric, with the amount of time that you guys have been doing this, and for you to be like, hey man, all these other guys. But I will say this, what a lineup of originals, man. Dude, it's a who's who. You got Kayla Martin in there. You got Clint Bartley up in there. You got Zirkle. And then a bunch of new up-and-comers that, man, the awards got me looking around it. And I'm like, dude, I really appreciate the fact Mickey did this, because he just turned me on to some new people. I did another one yesterday. I haven't got the chance to meet Tom Kelty. Have you got to meet Tom yet?
We haven't met Tom in person, but I've dealt with Tom. I've gotten some of his snakes in the past. He's gotten some of mine.
Now, at Colubrid Fest, will you be going up and speaking at the seminars? I know quite a few of the.
Yeah, they roped me into one of them.
Oh, he's all nervous now.
You are?
I'm the one who does all the talking, so I'm just going to have to sit back and keep my mouth shut.
I'm seeing that. He just smiles. he just smiles. So, well, hey guys, Eric, tell people why they should come out to Colubrid Fest. Why should they come out, dude?
It's absolutely incredible. How about that? I mean, for a lot of us old timers, it reminds me of the old Herp Symposium days. We go, we generally have a meet and greet, so you get to meet all all your Facebook friends, all the people that you follow on Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. Meet all the breeders, get to talk and chit chat, BS. On Friday night, Saturday is the educational talks, and you learn so much. I mean, even with 30 plus years of experience, you're still learning stuff.
Bring a notebook.
Yeah,
That's what I was getting ready to say, dude. I am super excited for just the knowledge check. It should be impossible for you to walk out of there without learning.
Right.
If
For
you
me,
don't learn
so
something,
much.
you have the wrong mindset, because I used to fill up at least a half a notebook at the symposiums back in the day. I went to all of them. Eric went to several of them with me, but I would fill up a notebook and I absorb information, and it is so refreshing because it's not just a person standing there talking at you. It's interactive. So half of the discussion is answers to questions that the community has about whatever the subject is.
Yeah.
So, Katie, are you going to go up with him?
I wasn't asked to, because he probably won't talk then.
I might let her go in my place.
I love it. I love it. Well, hey, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Thank you so much for coming out. Congratulations, Eric and Katie, on the nomination. It's like you said, man, to have your name up there with some of those other names is just legit. And hopefully in 20 years, maybe my name will fall number 8 or 9 somewhere, and somebody might vote for the general. So, but with that, guys, that's all I've got.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Right.
Everybody needs to go. Colubrid Fest.
And where can they find you guys at next? Is it Colubrid Fest for you, or is there another show me show?
We got Show Me Bloomington show this weekend and Show Me Joliet next weekend.
Beautiful, beautiful. Dial in, guys. All right. Hey, thanks a lot. And with that, guys, peace. We're out.
In his car.
It's a wrap.